El siguiente programa es una producción independiente. Las opiniones, comentarios y expresiones del mismo no representan necesariamente las políticas institucionales de Doral Voice ni de sus patrocinadores.
Good afternoon. My name is Manny Sarmiento, Doral Voice, here on Doral Voice Radio. My show is Doral Biz Radio. I want to thank, as I typically do, Juan Carlos Esquivel, Nancy Esquivel, the entire family here at Doral Voice Radio, including our producer, Sylvia. Of course, she had a birthday the other day, so she's growing up in America. Happy birthday, belated birthday. So thank you. She's always producing this show for you here on Doral Voice Radio. And we want to start with telling you what is coming up. I have some exciting news. Let's see if you look at the chamber website, doralchamber.org. If you pop up on that website, you're going to see some of our promotions. We just had a great event on the upper left there at Sergio's. We had our trustee luncheon. We had a lot of fun with over 40 guests. We couldn't fit anymore. We had to actually put tables outside. Interviews with some of our candidates. Scroll up a bit. Okay. Okay, up a little bit. I want to tell you about an event that's coming up. Let's see if it's on. Okay, these are our trustee members, growing every day. I want to welcome all our trustee members. If we go below, we have a great social media presence on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. But I want to tell you about something great that's coming up every Friday right now. We send out an email. It's called Taste of Doral. It's a Taste of Doral newsletter. And we have a website called atasteofdoral.com. Now, we have during the month of July 1st or July 31st, Doral Restaurant Week. Yes, it's the entire month. I just wanted to confuse you. So during that entire month, you will have specials from our participating restaurants, from fixed price menus to great discounts. We have some amazing restaurants like Cooper's Hawk, La Fontana, Dragonfly just rejoined us again. These are some of the specials and some of the promotions that are a member restaurant. I like that one. Sloan's Ice Cream. Maybe we'll head over there for dessert there. Marouche and some amazing restaurants in Doral, atasteofdoral.com. And remember, during the month of July, watch for a daily email from our participating restaurants. If you have a restaurant in Doral and you are not a chamber member, I welcome you to go to doralchamber.org for the website. The membership in the Doral Chamber of Commerce includes your participation during the month of July and weekly, including Taste of Doral magazine right here. Latest edition is on Calameo. Taste of Doral magazine, where your restaurant can be featured. Pick it up at different locations or calameo.com and search for Taste of Doral. It's online. Well, with us today, I want to welcome one of our newest members, Ariel Angulo from Hurricane Digital Marketing. We are going to talk about some practical tips for marketing your business. As I told you, prior to today and then today again, we're going to give the audience some great information about the expertise and knowledge that you have on digital marketing. So welcome, Ariel. How are you?
Doing great, Manny. Thank you very much. It's an honor to be on your show, and I thank you for the invitation and the opportunity.
Well, thank you. I'm going to drink a little water because I don't know why I'm right now sore throat. Not sore throat, dry throat. So with that said, thank you for joining the Doral Chamber, having faith in us. I know you drilled me with questions before you joined.
Just a few.
No, that's many. Great. You'd have to do your due diligence. Don't just join a chamber without finding out who the heck they are, what they do for you. I think we're one of the most practical chambers because we practice what you teach, which is digital marketing, social media, having a good website presence, keeping the website up to date, search engine optimization, all these things we're going to talk about today, and we're going to talk about some great tips to grow your business and have your digital online presence. So tell me how you got started.
Well,
who you are, how you got started, what the future holds for your business. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So, I've really been in the digital field probably a little bit over 15 years. So the great thing about that, it was from the baby phases. And as you know, this industry is always ever evolving. So, I've been blessed to have many different opportunities throughout my career, from starting from just, your regular, in-house, salesperson, moving up, being managers, district managers, and actually establishing other offices for other digital companies, to then where, I reached a point, the passion that I have of working with local businesses, helping them, grow their business online. I wanted to branch out and create my own company. And that's where, Hurricane Digital Marketing was born. And it's a passion that we do. We love creating relationships with local businesses, helping them grow, and, going from there. It's something that we love doing and our whole team loves doing.
Oh, perfect. Wow. Well, that is awesome, and such a necessary tool that you offer businesses. Unfortunately, a lot of businesses don't realize it. I teach the social media classes, SEO.
Yep.
We're going to teach GMB, Google My Business, or Google Profile, as it's called
Very
now.
important.
Email marketing. So when we started the chamber in 2008. We noticed what was happening was it the era of MySpace. Some people still have MySpace account. It's still a valid.
That's still out there?
It's still out there. Yes. As a matter of fact, well, you want some crazy things? Slightly off the topic. AOL, as of 2 years ago, still had 1 million people paying them $19.95 a month for that.
I remember that. Plug it into the wall.
You've got mail, okay? Yeah, plug it into the wall, and hopefully your mom didn't pick up the phone at the same time you were, sending an email that took 10 minutes to get through.
Yep.
So that was the era, 2008. Facebook has just started. And of course, YouTube was gaining strength and all the social media, but businesses didn't know. I want to say didn't know, but I want to say now that a lot of them still don't know or think they know. And that's where we started teaching the classes in social media SEO, because that was it. Social media, digital marketing, not social media. Let's rephrase that. And you're perfect in your name, Hurricane Digital Marketing. Because marketing your business is not about Facebook, is what I tell people. What's your whole philosophy on digital marketing and where a business should be right now?
Well, when we meet with businesses, we like using, explaining to them, let us help you dominate your local market. So really, it's really about being found, being relevant, being out there for people to find you. So whether it's a product, it's a service, whether you want them to, if you have a brick and mortar place, come and walk in, whether you want the phone calls, it's when people are searching for you online that you are front and center with the relevance, of what you offer, for them to call you and, get in touch with you to give the opportunity for you to grow your business. The way I say it is, if you're not there, they're going to be calling, somebody else. So I think what a lot of businesses lack is, they still might be stuck a little bit, in the past, and you got to educate them. The importance of it. Why is it so important to be there? Even though a lot of them have come around a lot and they've learned a lot, but it's very important, and what we do is to educate them and grab them by the hand of why it's so important to be online and be found online.
Okay, perfect. I want to ask Sylvia. Sylvia, could you do me a favor? Pull up, type in Google, type in the search term Doral Chamber, if you have a moment, just in Google search. Type in Doral Chamber. And I want to point out a few things here, and these are the topics we're going to discuss. Let's give it a minute here. In the meantime, we're going to talk about website design, SEO. Yes, perfect. Show that screen, please, if you can. Got you off guard. I'm sorry, I didn't prepare you for that one, but I figured that this is important. Okay, when you type in Doral Chamber, okay, this is what you see, all right? Now, the right-hand side is?
You have your Google My Business, which was previously named Google My Business. Now it's your Google Business Profile.
Well, it's had 10 different names.
Yeah, So for now, it's your Google Business Profile, which locally plays a big role in the prominence of what people are speaking about you, saying about you, and so on and so forth.
Okay, perfect. So why is that important, and how should we keep that's up to date?
Well, the thing is that in this day and age, for businesses, a lot of people are seeing what others are saying about you. Mm-hmm. So if you notice, one of the big things that carry the weight on a Google Business Profile is reviews. Besides, you posting information, keeping all your relevant content on there, what you offer, services, offers, et cetera, et cetera.
You've got 5.0. I got 4.0. I had one hater there. The
Yeah,
lady didn't like
I-
our accent in the office. It's like, okay, and the lady was born to married to a Cuban guy, and she didn't like Carmen's accent. And Carmen communicates extremely well in English and Spanish.
And that
so.
was probably her only one review that she did,
Yeah,
probably.
well, that's what I told her. Hey, lady, you know, if you don't like Carmen's accent, you know, Carmen speaks 2 languages. How many do you speak? And being married to a Cuban guy, she didn't know Spanish.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That happens
Wait,
every so
don't
often.
take it down, Sylvia. Show it again. Show it again.
So locally, that carries, it's very important. It carries a big prominence, and mostly, and also with mobile searches.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. And then, well, that produces, well, you have the reviews, and what I teach is important there, and is that you have to keep that up to date. Okay. Post. A lot of people don't know you can post on that.
Oh,
And how
I would
important that
probably
is.
tell you 9 out of 10 businesses do not know
not
that
post.
you can post on there just as in social media, and it carries a lot of weight.
And a lot of people haven't even claimed their business.
100%.
Okay. Can you teach them how to do, or can you do that for them?
Absolutely. So that's actually
And you can maintain that.
We maintain it, we optimize it, we keep it up to date, and we're always in constant communication with putting relevant content out there for them.
And I want to stress how important that is for any brick and mortar or any local business. That right-hand side, the GM, it used to be called GMB. I'm still saying GMB.
Yeah.
The Google profile is so important, and they can give you admin, and you can control that and keep it up to date and keep it fresh, which brings it up for Google, because it has
That is
optimization.
correct. So we actually, and I'm sure we'll get into it. We include that in the whole entire SEO. Organic presence packages that
we're
that
gonna talk
we
a lot
offer.
about that,
I
okay.
have no doubt. So that's where we do. Yeah, we'll get managerial access, and we have team members that's all they do, to help it rank up. And really, the clients, what I tell them is all they need to do is work on their reviews.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, definitely ask for the reviews.
Correct.
Okay, good. And on the left-hand side, you see the website. Now, the reason we get those links is because we ask specifically for Doral Chamber.
Correct.
But optimization is so important in appearing up here. But Sylvia, can you scroll down a little bit for me, please? Just a little bit. I want to show that some of your search results sometimes come from Facebook. Keep going.
Yep.
And more Facebook. We have a
Local
couple of Facebook
directories.
pages. Local directories, so important. Instagram. So Instagram is important. And Yelp. I don't like Yelp. We'll talk about Yelp a little bit and why they're so biased. And I have 11 positive reviews and they've showed nothing. So Yelp, Twitter. Okay, I'm on the directory at Miami Beach. They still have me on the old address. Okay. And then you see related searches, which is important. It's going to come in when we discuss SEO. That's going to become very, very important. But on the right-hand side, see the posts that we've made. We still got to create some more posts to keep it fresh. Thank you for showing that, Sylvia. Thank you. So that's important. Now, what a lot of this what we saw is because of your SEO, right? So is this part of the services that you offer?
Absolutely. So, like we were talking earlier, Manny, which is very important. When we meet with businesses, we just don't go in there, just to, hey, this is what you got to do. It's see what they need.
You need to take a look at this. You need
Right.
to do a search and see what's
We
happening.
show them, see what their need is, and then what I like to say is deliver the value. Put a customized, package together for them to, meet their needs. Now, with that being said, is when you're doing the searches that you just brought up with the directories, Facebook, Instagram, the local directories. Many businesses don't know there's over 60, 80 directories out there. And it's not, and if you don't claim them, you don't put your info, you don't have, your services, the areas you offer, everything that you do, not necessarily that the clients are going to necessarily, even though they will find you on those directories, Google looks for those things and how relevant you are and how active you are. And that helps boost your SEO in the local rankings as well. So it's not just a one set it and forget it. It's many different features you have to do, which shows there on those searches that you brought up.
Okay, perfect. One of the things, there are companies out there that offer to post you on multiple local social directories. I don't like that. I don't like that because that same one, if you stop paying them, they take you off all of those local directories.
That is correct.
So it's best to do it manually. If you can do it yourself, fine. That's a lot of work to do, but you do that kind of service, right?
Right. So I mean, like I was saying, there's over 60, 80 directories. If you, go out there and try to find every single one, the likelihood is you're not.
So which are the most important ones?
Well, I mean, you have YP, Manta, you have, Yup, there's many different ones. And then you have secondary ones where you want to have for relevancy more than anything. So what I like to check off when it comes to the optimization is you're checking off that box.
Good.
Have it claimed and your info on there.
Now you have to understand, we still haven't talked about the website, which is extremely important to have optimized also. But and you do website design, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, but let's talk about the SEO. Now, the SEO, when you talk SEO, search engine optimization, which means optimizing your website and other digital marketing tools for the search engines. When you talk about SEO, most businesses are not optimized for SEO.
That is correct.
And that begins with what we saw, the Google profile, Google My Business profile, images you upload. And so while you guys do the SEO services, can you give us some tips on search engine optimization and what they should be doing?
Absolutely. So when it comes to search engine optimization, it's a checklist. When it comes to your website, it's coding, tagging, and not to get, technical here, but I'm sure you understand, a lot of codifications, relevant content. We have a team that when we're optimizing your website for the keywords, either for the products or services that the business wants to come out for to grow in, we will write relevant content for those services and products.
And how important.
I think I hit you there. You see, how important that is.
Yeah.
And we put it because what happens is Google indexes that content, and that's how you rank up. Little by little. Okay, because SEO is little by little, and we set those expectations. For you to start coming out into that first page for those relevant searches, keywords that you want to come out for. Aside from all the other stuff that we have to do of the directories, linking, so on and so forth.
Okay, perfect. I'm trying to see if we can get some air to the cabin here because it's a little bit warm in here. I get a little warm right away. So yeah, SEO. I tell in my class, I tell people, you have to have a keyword-rich, relevant, target market website. As I said, and I look at most business websites, you can look at the source of the website. Right. And I find that most businesses they don't know any idea about optimization. But I've had businesses, when I did do consulting, because I did do consulting, 12 years ago, I worked with one university. They wanted an optimization. So I did an entire report for manually, not a machine-produced report. Manually, I went into each website and actually rewrote the title tags, the description tags, the image, alt tags. Right. It's one of the things I tell our digital marketing team, Gabby, and really, I tell them all the time. Sometimes they hate me because I have them go to old websites. Like Taste of Doral wasn't optimized. Right. The images were uploaded, and we have over 250 images. And I told Gabby, okay, and one of the assignments I gave her is, can you please go in and put all the alt tags and write them, and they have to be individual, and they have to include the type of food the restaurant has, and who the restaurant is, and the words Doral Chamber, and she had to go through 250 images and optimize the images. So SEO can be simple, but at the same time complex. So correct. I would go to a professional like you to do that.
100%. And what we see a lot is, and it's like I tell businesses, it's not to their fault. Mm-hmm. So even when we start working, with local businesses, it's like I tell them, it's a partnership. Because they may be doing 50% of what needs to be done, and they're saying it's not working because the other 50% is not being done. You see what I'm saying? You got to do, it's the whole pie.
That was my story. I forgot to finish it. It's called ADD. So I gave them the report. And they sent it off to their web designer somewhere. It was in a different country somewhere. I don't know if it was India, Pakistan, I don't know where, somewhere. And they came back to them, and they told them, okay, everything's done. Thinking that the business owner or the university president wouldn't know exactly what the heck was going on. Right. But I had educated the university president to look at the source, and they had done nothing.
100%, yeah.
Nothing. That's why, a website is so important that you optimize. You got to go to a professional. When you're building your website, learn you can talk to Ariel. They can call you, right?
100%.
At least I teach, and made it clear to all our chamber members. I don't teach you to sell. I teach you to let's help each other out. Okay, and sometimes we help people out. I do it all the time. You get nothing. You really get the pleasure of helping people, and
100%.
that's what you're supposed to be doing in your business.
Yeah.
So go to someone like Ariel at Hurricane Digital Marketing, and have them take a look at your website. At the least.
One thing I will tell you, Manny, what we do for every business we meet with is
Great website, by the way.
Thank you. We have a platform which we do a complete online analysis for them, which also analyzes their website and all the deficiencies and opportunities that they have online as to why they're not dominating their local market. So going back to education and educating them, which is very important, we show them that, and then that's how then we start telling them, look, these are the missing pieces for you to accomplish what you want to get done for your business. These are, the options that you have, and, this is what needs to be done.
Well, that is awesome, because what I hear, and I just had one of our chamber members call me on, we have a really great relationship with our members, okay, and with the community. Sometimes you have to help people out, not for the money. Because I've seen businesses out there starting to struggle. I have one business said, I can't pay my renewal. I said, we're having very challenging. It was a restaurant. Imagine, this day and age, and I said to him, look, don't pay me, look, but I'm going to keep you active for as long as it takes, with one promise from you, that you reach out to me and we work together on your marketing, especially your digital marketing. It's important that they have someone they can trust. A company they can trust. So you're doing it the right way, because this member day before, actually on Friday, I couldn't call until Monday, she wrote to me. She says, I got this social media company that's offering me to do all my social media. When they tell you they're going to do your social media, don't do it, okay? Because I tell you have to have, this is what they're supposed to tell you. Let's analyze what you've got. Let's analyze what you've got and then come up with the solution. That's solution-based marketing, not trying 100%. To sell me, $2,500 a month. I've seen that.
Yeah, and I'll tell you one thing, Manny. When we meet with businesses, there's no pressure, there's no nothing. And one thing I will say, that I mention and I tell and teach is, we don't sell anything. What we try to bring to businesses is value. Mm-hmm. It's simple. We're meeting with you. You have an interest of what you want to grow. You want to grow your business, and we're going to give you more than one option. We have many local businesses that we work with that started small and now they're big. It all boils down to how aggressive you want to be when you start, so on and so forth. It goes back to, like we say, we want to partner with businesses over the long run and just work together and help them grow with full transparency, and educating them.
Okay, good. That's the way to be right now. This is what you're supposed to be. You're supposed to offer this service, and understanding that what you market is, you don't sell your products and services. Your products and services provide value.
Correct.
Okay, and I saw that in you right away.
Thank you.
And I love the way you screened me. It was great. Okay, because and I think you even said, "But you guys aren't cheap." Okay, or something like that. You guys are. There's other chambers. Was it you who told me that?
No.
Oh, it wasn't you. Okay, it was somebody else the other day.
What I did tell you was, in which I was very impressed in, because I've been involved in many different associations and everything. And by far, I congratulate you, because it's amazing what you have. And really, that's something that really attracted me in.
Thank you. Can you put a review on my Google?
100%.
Perfect. I'll do the same. Okay. But you screened me. Okay. Yeah. And the other company that called, and they did sign up the next day. That's why I thought it was you, because another. I think they signed up. Yeah, yesterday or the day before. So what I told them was, look, we're not. Yes, there are chambers you can join for $250. Okay, but what are they doing for you? And I hate that money lost. And I do recommend other chambers, by the way. Okay, and when they ask me, I'll recommend them easily. Miami Beach Chamber, amazing job. Okay, Coral Gables, and I tell you exactly what you need to do with Coral Gables. You have to join a clique. Okay, because Coral Gables is very cliquish. Okay, but they have a lot of great members. Okay. So I tell them, look, join another chamber. But then this company said, this gentleman said, but you guys are, these other chambers, $250, $400. I said, well, look at us as a boutique Chamber of Commerce. And what we decided to do a long time ago, but now after the pandemic, we really focused on it. Let's make sure that I help you. Okay, we have promotions that we send out every day. So you prepare your promotion. We're going to have a meeting this afternoon, your marketing strategy session, which I do with every new member. And I'm going to show you the upload button and show you how to send me the campaigns. Promotion, once you send me a campaign, it goes out within 1 to 3 days. Campaign gets sent out to 39,000 emails, posted on over 44 social media sites. So we provide the value, which is what I saw in you.
Thank you.
From everything I've seen in you, your website, and your messages, and even being here. And so let's get back to the basics here. Let's talking about social media. Okay. One of the things I shock people in my social media class, because the first thing I say is Facebook is not a good business tool. And then you get, when we had it physical, I had 25, 30 people in a room. It's like, what do you mean? No, it's not a good one. No, it's not. Because if you're not producing the content, the keyword-rich, target marketed content, which is what you post. Today, we're producing content. Okay, that's one of the reasons I liked. I'm grateful for the opportunity from Doral Voice to have my show here, Doral Biz Radio, and bring it back to the community. But this is content, because this is going Facebook Live, YouTube, and then I get to use the content afterwards. We resend this content out, typically not all the time, but we have a limited number of spaces which we reserve for our chamber members. But if there's room, then I package this and I send it out via email, repost on social media, share, like, all over the place. So social media, what's the give the audience a couple tips on social media and what they should be doing or not doing, as far as and which channels do you like?
Well, what I explain and what we go back to, that we're probably going to hear 1,000 times, during this show is educate, the businesses, is social media is you're getting a message out there. So obviously you have Facebook, you have Instagram, you have Twitter. Believe it or not, you got LinkedIn. You even have we spoke about, the Google, my business page, the Google Business Profile, which you can post all out, into them simultaneously. So the great thing and the beautiful thing about, the digital marketing world is that every aspect of digital marketing, one complements the other. So social media, you're putting out, a message out there, whether you're going through general postings, you want to go through paid ads, sponsored ads, granular to, age, genders, et cetera, interest, is one works with the other. So you're getting that message out there. So, the analogy that I use, for a lot of businesses is the trunk of the tree. You have that Google, the SEO, the paid ads, which I'm sure, we'll talk about, so on and so forth. And then you're branching out. You have the videos, you have social media, so on and so forth. And then it's all where it all ties in together, the message, the relevant content that you're getting out there to, at the end of the day, people to find you, see you, to have them communicate with you. So, there's many different ways, to go about it. And it's how aggressive you want to be as well. So social media is a great platform. It's very powerful, done correctly and done strategically.
Awesome. I like that answer. Now, all right. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to hit you with the question. The question I get all the time is, okay, I've just opened my business. What social media channel should I be on?
You want me to give you my 100% answer?
That's kind of a trick answer. Trick question. You know that.
Well, so
But I get that question all the time.
And I love it. And I'm going to tell you now. I come back with a question to you, because remember, I can't give you an answer until I know what you want to accomplish,
which is called consultative selling, or
I need to know what your need is.
Great.
Because if not, then I'm just throwing something against the wall, and that's not the way we work. So I would be like, look, that's great that you want to be on social media. You're a business that just opened. But before I tell you or I give you the proper answer is, what do you want to accomplish? Do you want to, what is it, what area you want to grow your businesses? What service you want to grow your business? So if you're an AC company, is it installations? Is it repairs? You're a roofing company. Is it roof replacements? Is it roof repairs? Et cetera, et cetera. Then based on that, I'm going to then give them different options. Look, the immediate, grow your business is the 1 million pound gorilla, which I'm sure you agree with me, is the Google route. Because why Google? They're looking for you. Anybody that goes on Google and they're typing keywords, they have an immediate need. They're looking for you. So you get found, new business. Then you have the social media route, where obviously people are going on there, they're scrolling, whether it's personal, killing time, business, so on and so forth, which could complement. So it also depends how quick you would like to reach your goals. And then from there, I will recommend, and also how aggressive you want to be, is customizing your package. I recommend starting with Google, SEO, SEM, whichever it may be, depending what your budget is, complementing with social media, general post, X amount post a week, or maybe doing some sponsored ads, et cetera, and then that will be on a business-to-business basis on what they want to accomplish.
Wow, you gave a great answer. Thank you. Because I tell you, the first thing I hear is, you get just that proposal, if you want to call it a proposal, that they gave this chamber member was like so vague. We're going to run your social media money account for this price. Right there, it's exactly goes against exactly what you said, and the way you said it is the correct way. You got to understand the different kinds of businesses, but they go, and I've seen so many businesses pay these so-called digital marketing agencies. So-called, because they're really not.
100%.
When you look at the results, they got me 5,000 followers, and you see the followers, Raji Mandi and Duran Majigula, and you see these, and you see that they're bots. Yeah. It's kind of like Elon Musk is telling Twitter that clean up your bots.
100%.
So great answer. Yeah, definitely consultative selling, which is the way consultative buying in this case. Because you want them to come. When they come to you, you're going to ask the right questions and then determine the right strategy.
Correct.
Not just being thrown in. So if you get somebody call you from Facebook, with a so-called social media agency, and they give you we're going to do this, we're going to do social media for you for $500, $1,000, $1,500 a month. And I've seen my dentist, $2,500.
I call that product selling.
Let me tell you a story about my dentist, one of my dentists. I went in there, did him, was doing this for him, back when I was doing more stuff. And I don't do it. He was starting up, great. And I redid his website, threw in the SEO, started the GMB, Google My Business at that time. I think it was called something else. And the phone number is important, right? So here comes, he's one dentist and one dental assistant. Okay, just opened a beautiful office. Okay, and and I said, look, if somebody comes to you, I'm your friend. Consider me your consultant. You can call me anytime. Don't sign anything without me seeing it. And I tell that to chamber members right now. I will look at your agreements. If somebody's coming to you, I will look at it. That's what I did. I have an appointment pending with one of that chamber member I told you about. Okay, because then that way I can sit with her and say, this is what you need, and maybe I'll refer her to you. Okay, but and then he went out. Somebody came into his office, sold him a package where they were going to promise 800 phone calls a month. Okay, so one of the things they did is they changed the phone number. Okay, they screwed up the website completely, all the SEO that we had done for him, and change the phone number. Now, you know as well as anybody that the phone number is so important in the name and the name of the company, the address, and the phone number. So important that you keep that consistent. Well, they changed the phone number so they can track and listen to the phone calls from the receptionist.
Right. Well, first of all, I will say one thing, Manny. Any marketing agency, and I get this phone call. I get this question all the time is, how many new clients can I expect? How many phone calls can I get? Yeah. And I tell them, any agency, marketing agency that promises a set number of phone calls or new clients,
they're lying.
Turn around and run the other way.
Yeah.
What I can promise you is what we're going to do for you and how we're going to work together and what we're going to accomplish, and it'll come, with consistency. And, I will tell you that, we've been very effective that way. Expectations is everything. and that sets long-term relationships.
Okay.
So yes, anybody that promises you any amount of phone calls is a big red flag.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Well, with that said, we're going to take a little commercial break here, and we'll come back. We're going to talk about a little bit about e-commerce and then online ads, and a few other things. We're going to give you some great tips on how to market your business. So, thank you. We're right back.
Hola compañeros, ¿cómo están? Soy Ariel Angulo, la presidenta de la Sociedad Estudiantil Venezolana, y este 5 de julio los quiero invitar a nuestro evento representado por Miami Day, recordando el Día de la Independencia de Venezuela. Va a haber comida, música en vivo, muchas actividades más y muchas organizaciones a las cuales interesaría visitar. Los esperamos. Gracias.
No hay duda alguna que nuestra ciudad de Doral es bella y muy privilegiada. Es una ciudad que nos ofrece a los residentes las mayores y mejores posibilidades. Pero es lamentable que después de 19 años de su fundación, estemos atravesando tiempos difíciles y sin el apoyo de nuestras autoridades. El alto costo de la vida, los precios de la comida han subido enormemente y los sueldos se han quedado estancados, afectando la calidad de vida de todos nuestros residentes. Nuestras calles son más inseguras porque no tenemos suficientes policías, dejando los pocos que quedan mal pagados y sobretrabajados. Necesitamos más policías y que ganen y vivan dignamente con buenos sueldos y beneficios. Necesitamos una buena administración de los recursos de nuestra ciudad. Basta del amiguismo. Los oficiales electos deben de actuar y dejar de hablar. Juntos vamos a llevar al Doral a otro nivel. Anuncio político pagado y aprobado por la campaña de Juan Carlos Esquivel.
¿Eres colombiano y vives en los Estados Unidos? Escucha esto. Majority, la banca móvil todo en uno para latinos, te regala $20 cuando envías dinero a Colombia. Con la app de Majority, disfrutas de beneficios como llamar a Colombia gratis, a teléfono fijo o celular, enviar dinero y recarga sin comisión. Y obtienes una tarjeta de débito Visa con descuentos y cashbacks en tiendas locales. Tómale una foto al código en pantalla y descarga la aplicación o visita el stand de Majority en el Dolphin Mall de Miami, al lado de Old Navy. Ahorra, envía, habla con la app de Majority, la banca móvil para latinos.
Si hay algo que nos caracteriza en el Doral es la buena comida y los grandes eventos. Por eso, impacta a tus invitados con Brunelas Catering, donde encontrarás un menú variado y a muy buen precio. No te vas a equivocar. Llama a Brunelas Catering al 786-329-2913 o búscalos en Instagram bajo Brunelas Catering. Déjales dicho que te recomendaron de Doral Voice Community Radio. El Venezolano News, decano del periodismo de primera por más de 30 años en el sur de la Florida. Búscalo semanalmente en múltiples puntos del Doral o visítalos en su página web elvenezolanonews.com. En estos tiempos difíciles, una celebración puede ser bien costosa. Eternity Events te puede ayudar a decorar y preparar tus fiestas con excelencia y calidad. Llámate a Valentina al 786-991-3967 o búscalos en las redes sociales bajo Eternity Event para que puedas ver la calidad de los eventos que Eternity Events ofrece. Si quieres almorzar sabroso y económicamente, en la 79 Avenida y la 46 Calle del Northwest, restaurante Eurocafé Express. Sándwiches y almuerzos ejecutivos de primera calidad, con buenos vinos y una atención de primera. Visita a nuestro amigo José. Para más información, llama al 786-362-6471. Restaurante Eurocafé Express. Cuando se trata de calidad y prestigio en diseños gráficos, tus mejores trabajos los consigues en Printcraft. Buen precio, rapidez y confianza de que tus proyectos gráficos queden profesionalmente. Llama a Carlos al 954-294-6139. Printcraft, calidad comprobada.
So, welcome back to Doral Voice Radio. My name is Manny Sarmiento, President of Doral Chamber of Commerce. I want to remind you, doralchamber.org. You can see all the latest events and past and present and see the promotions from our chamber members. I want to remind you about Taste of Doral, which is the month of July. If you are a restaurant in the city of Doral and you'd like to participate, go to tasteofdoral.com or call me 305-546-3301. That is my cell phone, and I do answer. If I don't answer right away, I'll text you back. So I want to show you an event that's coming up. This is Elena Ortega Towler, Legacy Law Live. She's got an event, workshop on the 30th. No, it's coming up in a few minutes. Taste of Doral features the best of offers from Doral's local restaurants. This is Legacy Law Live. If you go to doralchamber.org, you'll see it on our home site. It is a webinar that's on wills, trust, and protecting your assets. Now, you may think it's not important for you, but trust me, when you go through this workshop, this webinar, you're going to want a free consultation with attorney Elena Ortega Towler, one of our trustee members at the Doral Chamber of Commerce. And I encourage all of our members to put on workshops, and we will promote it for you to 39,000 plus emails, plus 44 plus social media sites. So it's doralchamber.org/membership if you're interested in joining the Doral Chamber of Commerce. And we are back with Ariel Angulo, Hurricane Digital Market. If you see me looking back, I know your name already, but when you do this, you forget. So I even write my name down. Did you notice?
100%, I saw that.
Yeah, it's like, woo, okay. A lot of stuff going on up there. All right, so I was looking for some more topics here. We have a couple questions that we want to talk about. Someone comes to you and they say, okay, I want to open an online business. I want to sell Brazilian bikinis online. Okay, e-commerce, basically.
Right.
Okay, so can you help with that?
Absolutely. So, I mean...
I don't wear them, by the way.
No.
Okay.
Part of our web development offer, we do offer e-commerce web development, integration, with everything, pay, purchase, putting your products online, so on and so forth. But the biggest thing to see what the e-commerce is where do you want to sell? Because you can build the e-commerce, but again, you got to go back to people finding it.
You got to market it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, is it going to be, local? Is it going to be a larger area? And then obviously that plays a big role in how people find it, so on and so forth, and investment-wise. Because the bigger the area, the more the audience, the more competitive it is, the more investment it takes. But absolutely, we build e-commerce websites, and we guide them correctly, and to do it effectively, and so on and so forth.
Do you use specific formats like maybe Spotify or FBA?
So we do a lot of WordPress on the e-commerce with the WooCommerce, plugins and so on and so forth. So it's all the latest and greatest.
It's funny. We got a student from, I won't mention the university. She graduated. She came in intern in the summer. She graduated with a bachelor's in IT, and her instructors had told her WordPress was not a good platform to build a website on. Okay, as I said, tell that to the Fortune 500 companies that use it. Okay, I guess the guy didn't know any better. Okay, and I said the only reason they tell you that Facebook is no good, WordPress is no good, is because they don't know how to use it.
Yeah, and it's the most user friendly and the one that you can, in my opinion, that could be customized the most to what your needs are.
Everything we have, is your website's on WordPress, of course. Right?
Yeah.
All the websites you've seen from us, Taste of Doral, Doral Chamber, QuickBooksTrainingCourses.com. We have a bunch of websites, all WordPress.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a couple things I'm not crazy about, the PHP, and maybe we can talk about that personally.
Yeah,
you can help us
absolutely.
With that.
They have different things you can do, but I'm a big WordPress person.
Perfect. Now, I mentioned FBA, but FBA is fulfilled by Amazon. So there is a belief that you can become an Amazon seller, FBA millionaire overnight. Now, I have experience in that, not personally me selling. We had the part of our warehouse was used by a person who sold FBA. He still does. But I understand that it's extremely challenging to try to sell on Amazon. To get approved by Amazon, they're very restrictive. They become very expensive. Their service is kind of flopping. We can't order a Prime to the office because it gets sent to the warehouse behind us and it disappears. That's crazy.
You hit it on the head. It's a lot of restrictions, a lot of loopholes you got to go through. I think there's even restrictions to how you can market it, so on and so forth.
The type of products you can sell.
Right.
You can't sell cell phones.
100% because, they want to keep it confined and keep everybody happy.
Now, one thing I learned from a book called The Millionaire Fast Lane, M.J. DeMarco, and he says, look, there's a formula called the NEXT, N-E-C-S-T, and one of them is control. Okay, so you put your faith and your money, your investments, your products, and you give it to FBA, you give it to Amazon, and one day Amazon decides, and it happened to him, by the way. It happened to him on Google AdSense, and he says, look, one day Amazon decides to charge higher fees, and you have a markup because Amazon competes against you. When you're on FBA, Amazon competes against your prices. This is everything I've learned from this gentleman on FBA. So one thing that MJ DeMarco said in the Millionaire Fastlane is you don't have control. So that's why it's important to have an e-commerce where it's your website on your domain where you're hosting it and it's controlled by you. In other words, your company.
100%. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember back in the day where I think they even allowed you to, like if a business had an e-commerce site and then they were also selling on Amazon, they allowed you to link it. And they actually eliminated that, years back, which goes to what you were just explaining, the control and the constant change.
Yeah.
So to me,
you can't control it.
It's not stable.
Yep.
I'm not saying it's not good, but what's yours is yours. And I would 100% agree with you. The best way to go is your site, your domain, and your investment sticks with you.
Yep, definitely. Good. So I think that's a very good topic we just covered because I do get a lot of questions about e-commerce. And very important, and you said it, and I want to reiterate what you said. Yes, Ariel, Hurricane Digital Marketing can build a website for you. You still need the marketing. So you need an agency that can not just build the e-commerce website for you, but then show you how to market it digitally using social media, using all the tools that are available for you. Very, very important. Remember, you got to market the website itself.
100%.
So you have the whole package, which is great.
And it's all customized to how aggressive you want to be, the budget you want to start with. And it's like I tell everybody, it's not ink that dries. You can always add, customize, change, grow, so on and so forth.
As long as you control it.
Exactly. And it's like I tell everybody, a website without marketing is a billboard in the middle of the desert.
Okay. Let me give you, we have a couple more important topics here. This is great. This is great topics. Hopefully it's great information for you. And, we'll continue to bring our chamber members on here to give you this great information. This is the platform. The platform is we give back to you, the listeners. And that's how I encourage our chamber members to do. So thank you for being here today, by the way.
Thank you
This
for
was last
inviting me.
minute, so thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Question. I'm not sure if I asked or if we discussed this, but what's the biggest mistake businesses are making in social media, digital marketing, and marketing that you've seen?
Great question. And what we always see is just market to market, not knowing why you're doing it or what you're trying to accomplish and not tracking it. So any type of marketing that, we do for the business, like we spoke earlier, we're going to see the need of the business, give them the recommendation how to accomplish, that need and those goals and hopefully surpass them. But then it's a constant communication. So we go back to that partnership, you see. We meet every so often. We go over, the results. We do provide every single one of our clients their own platform where they could see all the work we're doing. So it's 100% transparent.
I was going to ask you about analytics next.
Yes, so they get everything. We're doing SEO. You're going to see to the last code that we're doing on your website. Okay? You're reporting once a month and real time. So you see how you started and how you're gradually improving month over month, week over week, and how you are that day.
That's the analytics of the website?
Analytics of the website, keyword ranking, traffic, everything.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's 100% transparency. So that is the biggest, I don't want to say mistake, and it just goes back to probably not knowing or, whoever was doing it before was going about it the wrong way, is just doing marketing to, just to do it. You have to diagnose what they want to do and then, put a package together to get those goals done.
Great. Now you talked about analytics. We started talking about analytics. Was one of my next questions. But one of the things that I've seen, and you tell me what you've seen, is people so concerned with analytics. Because when I teach a class, I'll get people in who are not the owners, the business owners. Sometimes we do, and I encourage the business owners to come in.
Right.
And I tell them, look, you need to know what this digital marketing agency is doing for you, what this person is doing that you hired, not with the promises. But one of the things that I see a lot is the business owners concerned about what's not real analytics is vanity analytics. Wow, I got 10 new followers or 50 new likes. Okay, and when does that become important? When you're looking at analytics, what are the important analytics, as like for example, conversion, that a business owner or manager should look for?
So when we provide these platforms and the analytics and, all the results and everything that they're seeing, we as, the agency use it also for a trend, of what next to do, what needs work on, what's going good, what's not going bad, what we need to improve on, et cetera, et cetera. On the client standpoint, and obviously, we want to track the progression, For the client standpoint, more than anything, for me, it's, keep your eye on the progression. Where we're starting, when we first met, this was your goal. This is what we wanted to accomplish, to have you a good, strong, dominant online presence locally. And then see that trend progressing towards that goal. Awesome. To me, that's the most important thing. If we start looking at, I got one more follower or I got this, that's not getting us to the goal. You know what I'm saying? It's like I tell them, let's stay focused here. Let's stay focused and let's look at the trend and so on and so forth. And, we grab them by the hand and we show it to them. We meet, how do you call it, every so often. But I would say more than anything is the progression towards that goal that we identified when we first met.
Well, that's great. So those are the good analytics, right? So,
yes.
Sometimes I've told people, look, you might as well shut off your Facebook page and your Instagram. Just turn them off. Close those accounts. That way you have more time to focus on real marketing because you go in, it's a distraction factor. Yeah. You go in there trying to do business and you end up seeing who Pepita's cousin married and how many babies they've had in the past 3 months. And then, 3 hours later,
that's a great comment.
What did you do?
Yeah. And that's great what you just brought up. Don't focus too much on what the competition's doing. They can have different goals. You see?
Great.
Let's focus to your goals. When we meet those goals, it's, you want to get a piece of that pie. No matter, whatever the size it is you want to get. Let's focus on that. Because if we get sidetracked on what, everybody else is doing, we lose sight on what you wanted to accomplish.
Great.
So, all those little factors come into play.
Good. Awesome. This is a great conversation. We're going to have one last piece of conversation. That's about buying ads online, Facebook, Instagram, even Twitter, LinkedIn. One of my favorites is YouTube. So what's your take on online advertising, digital online advertising?
Yeah. So what we tell everybody, obviously, we spoke about the SEO, the organic, and how it takes, it's a process. It could be 3 months, could be 6 months, that you start seeing a strong optimization, with the progression. What I tell everybody with ads is that's a light switch. It's a little bit more investment. It's a little bit more aggressivity, but it's pretty much turning on a light. If you run an AdWords campaign, on Google with the paid ads, you're on that first page pretty much instantly. So it's turning on a light switch. But now the same way you turned on that switch, if tomorrow you stop, that light switch gets turned off. You see what I'm saying?
I like the analogy. That's great.
I got an analogy for everything. I get told that all the time. So
I think I can learn a lot of stuff from you.
Yeah. So, it's great. Now, the way we explain it to them as well is everybody that goes online behaves differently. Some people go to paid ads. Some people go to organic. Some people go to the maps, go to the Google My Business. So it's like, we tell them is the bigger the net you throw out into the digital world, the more fishes we're going to bring in.
Another nice analogy.
Yeah,
I like that.
There you go. So paid ads are great. They complement, everything. And it all comes back to the same thing is what are your goals and how quick you want to get to them. And then that's where then we will tell you if you're okay waiting a little bit and letting it progress and the investment, is a little bit less, the aggressivity, we go the organic route. If you want it now and the investment is there, we can go the paid route. And there's businesses that go both routes. Every business is different.
Good. Awesome. What's your favorite online? When you see where have you seen results in online in paid ads?
When you say paying it online, like in
Yeah.
Google?
Yeah, Google. Is it AdWords? Is it YouTube? Is it Facebook? Ads?
So the majority, I would say,
Results
of our
and conversion.
clients, yeah, and results and conversions right now, we've seen, a lot of, on Google AdWords, where you're paying for the click, that big saying, pay to play. And, we see it there. But, when it comes to social media and like YouTube, videos are very sticky and and it's very much recognized. It's a sticky product, and done right on social media is very effective as well in generating leads, because you can go granular to age brackets, male, female, interest, so on and so forth. So again, I hate to sound redundant. It goes back to the goals of what you want to do,
Perfect.
and so on and so forth. But they're all very positive. They're all effective. It just all depends what it is you want to accomplish.
Great. So, okay, so one of those that's reaching an older market now is TikTok. So, do you dance on TikTok? Okay, we won't tell. We will not really reveal your channel or mine. Okay,
Yeah.
so you will not see me dancing on TikTok.
Let's just say I don't have many followers, probably.
Not many followers on TikTok. Okay, so it's becoming a site to look at.
Yes.
To examine and understand first of all. So I have our 18-year-old in the office like, hey, open a TikTok account for me. Okay.
Right.
And then tell me what I need to do. Okay, that's how it's become. But TikTok's becoming important. It says what I've heard about TikTok is that you can grow followers very quickly.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's become very popular.
But how? Now we got to look at conversion.
Exactly.
See if we
So,
convert.
right, it's something that, the amount of traffic, through there has grown substantially. The type of business that you are, how, those conversions can probably work out through TikTok, so on and so forth. But it could be very effective.
Awesome. Well, we have had some great conversation here. I think we
Absolutely.
accomplished what we came for. We talked about making sure we give our audience a lot of great information. You have definitely done that for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting.
Oh, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Ariel Angulo, hurricanedigitalmarketing.com. Please call him if you need some. You have some questions on my social media, or just want your entire digital marketing strategy examined, looked at, or if you're starting a business. Ariel Angulo, hurricanedigitalmarketing.com. With that said, my name is Manny Sarmiento. Please don't forget, go to doralchamber.org and Taste of Doral. If you're a restaurant in Doral and you'd like to participate, a tasteofdoral.com, and you can see the sponsor link. We welcome you every day in the month of July, beginning July 1st. This Friday, you will see specials, promotions, great deals, great prices from our participating restaurants in this amazing city of Doral. God bless you. Thank you very, very much. My name is Manny Sarmiento, Doral Biz Radio. Thank you, Ariel
Thank you for
Angulo,
having me.
Hurricane Digital Marketing. God bless you. Have an amazing week.